Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Battle of the Four Winds, our celebratory tournament for this Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movie collaboration alongside Mahjong Soul from Yostar Games. My name is Tips and Tricks. I'm an English Reachy streamer and commentator, and alongside me we have Irie from Irene TV. How you doing, Irie?
Hello, everyone. It's awesome to be here. I'm going to be your commentator with Tubbs for tonight. I'm also a Reachy Mahjong streamer over at twitch.tv/IronTV. Magical Mahjong Go VTuber here to brighten everyone's day and to cast some amazing Mahjong tonight with my lovely co-commentator Tips and Tricks. We've done quite a few cat food bowls and other tournaments so far. So it's going to be another one that's going to be awesome. 800 players. Quite a lot.
Yeah, this one is almost unique. This is very different. It's very interesting in terms of the way the format was set up. Of course, you can catch Irie at twitch.tv/IronTV as she mentioned, and you can catch me at twitch.tv/tipsandtricks. So, what is so different about this tournament?
It's pretty unique.
We had 4 weekly tournaments. Each of those tournaments had 200 players in their initial scramble for that top 4 spot. And then we had 3-game finals for the weekly tournaments to crown a weekly champion. And even those weekly tournaments had some great prizes, but we'll later get into the prizes for the Grand Champion Tournament. And so, 4 weekly tournaments, 1 for each wind, east, south, west, and north. That leaves us with 4 players here for the grand final. So all their scores are going to be set to 0. We're going to have the 3-game finals to determine who will be the grand champion of the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel collab Battle of the Four Winds. Whew, it's quite a mouthful.
It's going to be a pretty exciting finals. Obviously, a lot of players, so you know that whoever made it up there is really good for sure.
Yeah, 800 players is definitely a lot more than the application amounts, right? From the previous ones, from the previous tournaments.
So, who are our finalists tonight?
All right, so we will see here from this screen. There was also something else interesting that happened in that this, I believe, was the first tournament without the rank limitation. So as you remember, for many of the cat food bowls, the players had to be at least Master 1, Master 2, Master 3, and the requirements kept going up year after year as the player base got bigger and more skilled. But this was an open tournament. Anyone was allowed to submit applications, and 200 players were allowed into each of the qualifier sections each of the weeks. So our East Wind finalist is Ramses. They're an Expert 2 player. Their favorite Yaku's Big 3 Dragons, and they've been playing Mahjong for 5 months with their lucky tile being the Hatsu, the green dragon, one of the 3 big 3.
Amazing. Gotta love the green dragon representation. Also my favorite dragon. And for the Southwind finalists, we have This Is Menchi, rank Expert 3, favorite Yaku, pure double sequence. So not Ayakuma like the previous one, just going for, the old reliable pure double. And playing Mahjong for 3 years, the favorite lucky tile, the red dragon. So quite a shift here.
Yeah, so we've got green and we've got red. In our West Wind finals, our first place was Kurone, their Adept 3 player. Their favorite Yaku is all green, and they've been playing Mahjong for 5 years. Lucky tile, also the green dragon. So it's green, red, green here. And we can see when we've allowed the other ranks to get in, they've definitely left their mark. None of these players master yet, up until we get to our last one, Irie.
Yeah, our last one, Hey Osaka, the Northwind finalists. First place going to be rank Master 3, so the highest rank among these finalists. And with the favorite Yaku, the humble all symbols. Probably, with some Nora in there too. Playing Mahjong for 3 years, and the only one to have the lucky tile, the 5 of bamboo. quite a unique one, and we never see like just like a 5 of bamboo lucky tile.
Yeah, actually, the 5 of bamboo, one of the best tiles for Tanyao for all simples.
It's true.
It's
True.
interesting. Menchi is the only player whose lucky tile cannot be used in their favorite Yaku.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you can't make a pure double sequence with a red dragon. So I suppose Menchi must have other reasons for that being their favorite tile.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! So those are our finalists. And I had mentioned that the grand finals prizes would be brought up. Here we are. As you know, the Fate Stay Night Heavens Feel the Movie collaboration is coming up within 2 weeks. Just under 2 weeks to the announced release date. And though we do not know which characters they are yet, first place will receive all of the collaboration characters and their outfits, all of the collab decorations, as well as a trophy declaring them the champion of the 4 wins.
Amazing.
Second place will be getting 3 of the collab characters and their outfits, as well as a complete set of collab decorations. Third place will get 2 of the collab characters and their outfits, as well as the decorations. And fourth place will be receiving 1 collab character and their outfit, as well as the full set of decorations. So, that being said, we also have prizes for those of you who have attended, viewed tournaments on our live streams. We will be doing lucky draws, so stay tuned, stay focused, and we will try not to interrupt the flow of the matches, so we'll do them during downtime in between breaks. We'll draw some lucky draws for you guys to win at home, as well as a gift code for the viewers at home, so everyone will be able to get something from the stream for watching.
Can you even tell your friends? Can you even tell your friends come over, watch, get some free stuff to bond the characters?
Yeah, get everyone in here to watch these finals. Subscribe to the Mahjong Soul official Yostar channel and thumbs up the stream if we're doing a good job.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it. We're about to get into the matches, I believe. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
800 players, the 4 finalists of each week. We're going to be seeing them fight. See who's going to take that trophy, take all the glory home.
Yeah, as we can see, there are no scores yet. All the scores are zeroed out. But before we get underway, we do have to make one more mention to our head judge, Luke Morgan of the Saikoisen Japan Pro Mahjong Association. He's been helping organize tournaments with Yostar for a while now, but he is recently a professional for Saikoisen. So congratulations to Luke Morgan, and he will be adjudicating any conflicts, any discrepancies here today. And you can catch him at iPlayRichi.com. That's a really great domain name, I think.
Has some interesting information if you guys would like to level up your game or become a pro, I believe. So yeah, check out the website.
All right, we're about to get underway. About 10 seconds before we start.
Oh, let's get ready for these matches that we're going to be seeing the finalists. They're all going to be duking it out to see who's going to take it. Ramses, Manchi, Coronet, and Hey Osaka.
Let's get it started. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. And here we go. Osaka going to be the first dealer, Manchi our second dealer, Ramses the third, and Coronet last in north. And we see here quick opening hand from Ramses, almost Tempai, just going for that quick win.
Yeah, this is quite a hand. Although Ramses, not that much value on that hand. It looks very scary if you close all the hands up. Those 2 calls on their own look pretty dangerous, but as we can see, Ramses might be able to make an all triplets hand, a Toy to get more Han, like a reach basically Mangan at that point. Well, the south isn't their wind, so wouldn't quite be
the red
Mangan.
5. Oh, the red 5 is drawn from Menchi, so we'll see if Menchi can use that tile. Not too far away from Tempai actually, with some nice weights.
Yeah, Menchi looks to be 2 away, and Osaka here is 1 away. You can see the
It looks
shining
like
Dora.
looks like no one will necessarily drop the 4 or the 7, so we might see like a closer battle, but you know, it's always just a matter of time before Ramses win that 1000 just to, you know, move the game along, not let Osaka get a huge win.
Yeah.
I think it's a valid strategy, you know, even though the value of the hand is low, it's very useful.
With a hand like that, you do what you can when you like. You usually want to call those tiles because there's a very low chance of you getting them if you let them pass. So this is what Ramses is able to do with a hand. A lot of times you just have to do what you can with the hand you're given. If you're given a big hand, you can go for it. If you're not given a big hand, sometimes you got to take a quick hand to take a quick lead in the first game here. I'm actually a little bit worried that Kurone might discard a 4-pin. Now you mentioned they all look to be pretty locked in. But if Kurone gets Tempai, the extra 4-pin in the middle might be discarded. Or a 7 here? Not yet,
I think
though.
the 6 up first, and yeah, this hand is quite awkward, isn't it? To complete.
There's a chance to call tiles. But Kurone... Oh, what a draw!
Perfect draw.
Yeah, it might result in a 4-pin being
Yeah,
released,
it might release the 4. Or the 9 pins? One.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
1 is pretty reasonable there, but it's a matter of what are you going to do with the Dora then after that.
Honestly, I feel like this is also just... I kind of think they're realizing that the Pinzu in the middle might be dangerous with all those discards.
Right. You don't see many Pinzu on the board.
And the 5-1 pass, so we know like it's not around that.
Kurone kind of crazy, able to avoid this deal in here, keeping, even though usually keeping pairs, pair of 4-pin and pair of 9-pin is less efficient. I think she can kind of clue into what's safe and what's not. The 3-pin being safe against Ramses. She discards that instead of the 4.
Are the 9 pins gonna come out now? Does this 4-8? No, it's not 4-8, yeah.
Right.
Okay, the 3-4, so okay. Yeah, all the 5 so are gone, so the 3 and the 4 look pretty safe.
Okay, Menchi goes in with a red 5-pin. That one was definitely not much of a safe maneuver. That one was just have a good
the
hand.
Dora discarded.
Yeah.
God! The new Dora is the 4 bamboo. Oh, so many deal-in tiles for Kurone.
That's 7 deal-in tiles in Kurone's hand, but she's been playing defensively this whole time, it seems.
Oh, and there it is. The 6-pin. Do we switch to Toy Toy?
Yeah,
5-pin is
big
safe.
switch.
So, White Dragon, all triplets with the con. It might actually be 6,400. Plenty of points.
Osaka here. I don't think Osaka's
Only
gonna
one more
release.
draw.
Yeah. And out
just
comes
gonna be-
another Dora.
Yeah, exhaustive draw. No one able to take it down. Oh, hey, Oscar was one away for a really long time. Just never got the hand.
That's right.
And luckily, no deal-ins. So the worst case scenario didn't happen. Osaka did lose the dealer in some points, but you know it's a small amount. I think it's way better than not dealing in for sure.
Yeah, I mean the hand, as we mentioned, was only worth 1 Han, but it's hard for the other players to notice that. Near the end, Ramses did get Toy Toy all triplets, so went up to 3 Han, so then it was a little bit of a banger, I guess. There was quite a few points involved there. But very good defense from our players here. Who said Adept and Expert players don't have any defense, huh? Who said Silver and Gold don't have any defensive play?
I mean, I imagine the Adept player plays a lot in real life, so I feel like it's probably a lot of experience there. Ooh, one away here for Menchi.
I wonder
One away
just
here.
how good this is going to be, because it has Menchi's favorite pure double sequence almost, the Ipeko on 3-4-5 man. Doesn't
The
have that
7-1
last
draw
5-1.
would be huge.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
Although something to mention is whether you get the 2 or the 5 doesn't really matter since the 2 is Dora, so it's +1 no matter what. +1 Han, doubling the hand's value.
That's right. Lucky on either side. Although the red 5 mon would have been 2 Han. We can see Kurone discarded it because she's already Tempai across the board. West wins in hand after the
I feel like
pawn.
Is this the switch to Honitsu?
Yeah, this seems like a
The half
very
flush?
reasonable opportunity to do it, and Corona is going to step away
Yeah.
from Tenpai to do it.
Mhm.
Menchi thinking about a call for a little while. It seems like a kind of tough call, but maybe all simples Tanyao from Menchi could have worked out there. Would have been a definite loss in value though, so Menchi passes on it.
Still just one away here for Osaka. Trying to use that Dora somehow, but just waiting on the East to come out. But there it is. Chi.
Still
Now
not Tenpai.
with a better one away. Yeah,
Right.
not Tenpai, but the one away is better. So now there are more tiles that Kurona can draw to get into Tenpai.
Woohoo, Dora 2! That's the same Dora as the previous round.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. I mean, what Osaka was hoping for. It could also been a switch from away from the East for all symbols as well, but
Maybe.
looks like they're taking the East. I think it's more likely to come out.
Yeah, no Easts have been discarded here yet, and actually, Osaka might think they're in Kurone's hand, but they're actually still all in the wall. Every single East is still in the wall, other than the two that Osaka has. We'll see.
Got quite a few people cheering for their favorite finalists. Got some calls from Menchi, Kurone, Osaka, and Ramsey is in the chat. So it seems like everyone's pretty hyped.
Yep,
What's gonna be
glad.
exciting?
I'm glad their cheer squad. I'm glad their fan squad are in the chat watching the game.
Oh, there it
Dora.
is. Standby from Menchi. So it's a late Ricci on a bad weight, but it is a dealer Ricci. It is a dealer Ricci.
Yep. Menchi's been the only player to use emotes so far in this grand finals. We'll see whether the emote flow pays off. I know we had a couple other players from Cat Food Bowl known for their emote flow. Oh, it works!
Ooh, the Ricci Patsumo Dora for the dealer. Wow, that's gonna be a huge win. Almost 12,000 points.
That is a monster win. Reach Ipatsumo with the Dora that Menchi had drawn just before to get Tenpai. Almost Mangan. They call it the fake Mangan. Just 300 points short.
Whenever you reach, there's always, you know, that like 10 or 15% chance you're just gonna get a huge hand, so.
Yeah, between Ipatsu and Uradora. And Sumo, really, because you don't know if you're going to get Sumo until you win the hand. There's a lot of ways to get more Han on a hand. So Ricci is often just a good decision if you're on the fence.
I mean, especially as dealer.
Right.
Especially as dealer. So it looks like the East is the Dora this round. So Menchi already has a huge lead. If they pick up another East, we could see a huge lead here for Menchi. I do like these kinds of hands where you just have a lot of two-sided weights and you can just kind of cut the more dangerous tiles first and try to get Tenpai that way.
Yeah, they almost feels like as long as you stick to the fundamentals, you have an idea of how to play them.
This is a quick hand for Kurone. Ricci, one Dora. Does have the self triplet. It's not Yaku, but
it is worth Fu.
Yeah. I don't think it's enough food to round up the hand.
No, you're right.
We need another triplet, but
Khan is not on the table, unfortunately. Menchi drew the last cell.
Oh, and it's Sumo. Wow, very quick win here for Kurone. Ricci Sumo Dora. Pretty nice here. Also winning the repeat counter, so that's always nice.
Yep, that's right. The repeat counters on the previous hand actually gave Menchi the roundup to exactly 12,000. It's only one repeat counter, and then Kurone getting 2 repeat counters, 300 each. That's 100 per person. So that's 200 from everyone, 600 total. It's not a lot, but it's enough to put her into second place here.
Yeah, you definitely want to take those. I feel like the Trihan Tardy range is like around when it's like really a really nice win.
Right. I mean, I'll take any win I can get here.
Of course.
Scores are still close. It's only game 1. We have 2 more games to go. Have to double check the Oka and Uma, but all the games will have the same Oka and Uma, so placing first in the first game is just as good as placing first in the second or third game.
I'm interested to see Kurone's hand here. One away already. It's a 258 pin weight, needing a pair. And it could end up waiting on the green, which would be, you know, a very tricky way.
Yeah, the
Those
lucky
honor ways
tile.
are really good, yeah.
But it is Dora, and one has already been discarded. We can see Osaka has the same kind of idea, maybe looking for a 7 pairs kind of hand, but Osaka only has 1 pair, so I don't really think that's where they're going to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ramsey's hand, you know, not much to speak of. It's not very close to Tenpai. It's not worth a lot. Unfortunate, but maybe there's a chance to get a repeat here and just, you know, try to get a bigger hand next round.
Hmm. I mean, Menchi on the left has those red 5s.
There was a 1 away for the pure straight there, but Corona decided not to take it.
Yeah, I think she likes the 5 mon in the middle for just efficiency, the ability to accept more tiles, tile acceptance. That's an
It's interesting to see
draw.
the different ways that people play these hands. I do like the all simple shift here for Ramses. Just trying to get that repeat.
Yeah, a Menchi, that weight there with the 2-3 so is not bad.
There it is, Tenpai.
Yeah, but I think Menchi did not like the fact that they had already discarded 4 so it would have been potentially Furiten later on. And Corona does wait for her lucky tile here. Green dragon only. It's lucky and it's Dora. There's 1 left in the wall. Can she be lucky? Ooh, 3 so. That's my lucky tile.
Oh, Ramses 1 away. I mean, it's a better 1 away now.
Yes, I do like this a little better. Although the 6-6-6-8 is kind of nice. This might be more of a safety
very
play
dangerous
than anything else. Yeah. Still 1 Dora left in the wall. Our other players seem to be stepping back a bit. We'll see if Menchi finds any tiles that can bring them to Tenpai. But it looks like it's going to be only Kurone, and just a matter of whether she can draw a green dragon or not.
I feel like this is good for Kurone though, just applying pressure, you know, already in second, so just denying those dealer wins is so huge.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. Getting the no 10 payments here. Nobody else is Tenpai.
3,000 points, you negate the dealer, it's all good. Yeah, looks like the last green dragon was somewhere in the dead wall, but, you know, still good position to be in. You can always just get your Reachy stick back. This is a pretty decent hand. You know, whenever you have like a triplet or a sequence already completed and a pair in some nice shapes, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, Kurone is the dealer now, but it looks like Osaka has the fastest hand here. Even a potential for 1, 2, 3 mixed triples, the Sanshoku. Can take a little bit of time. 2-mon is the Dora again. I think this is the 3rd time 2-mon.
Wow, yeah, this is the 3rd time. And we have another like self triplet, 1 away. Oh, this could even be a mixed triple sequence.
Yeah. Kurone is 2 away here. And Osaka...
So potential all simples Dora too for the dealer would be very nice.
Right. Osaka is 1 away. I wonder if Osaka would be willing to call this hand, because the south is their Yaku.
Mixed triple sequence Dora south sounds pretty reasonable to call, yeah, especially because the dealer is going to make a call now. So I feel like if you want to win this hand, you know, either you go for a Shadow Tenpai, maybe, if it is drawn, or just call it.
Yeah, Ramses
Go for
with
the
the
open.
monster draw here. Ramses
Yeah.
has generated quite a bit of value, and it's actually scaring Kurone. She drew the Dora right off the bat. A very scary tile to discard into
Might
a
be
new
nice for
Richie.
her, though.
might
This is
work
just all
out.
scary to drop, though. I don't really know. I think... Yeah, I agree with the 3 pen. If you have 2 of the 5 pens, it's less likely, right, that they're
Yeah.
waiting on the 3.
I mean, the 3-mon is safe because Ramses discarded.
Here we go.
It. Yeah.
Tiny Eldora, 3 for the dealer. That's a 12,000 point hand. I love to see it.
So we have 2 people waiting on 3 so and 6 so. I believe head bump is on. I'd have to double check.
Oh, it's true.
Well, you know what? Maybe I don't have to double check. You know, maybe this game will show us what the head bonus are. So Ramses is in the advantageous seat to head bump here. Ramses ahead of Corona if any of the other two players discard 3-0 or 6-0.
Some people might not know what the head bump is. So basically, in tournament rules, sometimes, depending on the rule set, if two people have the same weight and the top tile is discarded, so both players are on, the player whose turn is next will take the win. So depending on what happens here, we might see that come into play. Although, I don't know if these players are going to discard the 3-6.
That's right.
Dangerous tile push here for Corona.
Is this temp? This is Tempai for Osaka. But, of course, we know that 6-0 deals in. There it goes!
Oh, there it is!
Oh, we do
No,
have
there's
double
double
run
run.
on!
Oh my god, it's a Mangan and a 12,000 points. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's the more expensive side, the 4-5-6. Tough break for Osaka here.
Unlucky. That was a very nice hand. It was like half a Richie South Dora.
Yeah, it's worth quite a bit.
Unfortunately, dealt into 2. So gonna have a little bit of a climb up, you know, just setting up for the comeback. Setting up for the Yakuman play.
That's right. We're all set. We're all set for the South round.
We're all set.
It is still East round. As has been said, anything that can be done in the East round can be undone in the South round. And we still have
like
2 more games as
yes. Do we do have 2 more games? Yeah, that's a lot of Mahjong to be played. 1 away here for Corona. Another nice looking hand. Could see a shift to all simples, perhaps. Just use the... Oh, never mind, just reaching. That's the one tile that would give Corona Tempai.
Ideally, don't con. Ideally, probably not a con.
Ideally, probably don't con.
Yeah, so we have confirmation from our head judge Luke. It's a 50-5 Uma, so small Uma.
Oh, Richie Patsumo Dora 2. That's gonna be Mangan.
This is
so now Corona
absolute
gonna
monster.
be. Yeah, it's a monster win. So we're gonna be almost at 50,000 points. That push for Corona was so key last round. You know, allowed them to win a 12,000 point hand right there, and now another 12,000 point hands in this round. And now we have what, potentially a half outside White Dragon.
Yeah, getting her Richie stick back, obviously, because she won. That did push her just above 50,000. And this hand shows no signs of stopping, as you mentioned. This hand is really good for Corona as well.
Ooh, do we commit to the half flash, or ooh, perhaps?
Yeah, there's a lot of competition for this White Dragon here. Corona's got 2, Osaka's got 1. Menchi has 1, but it's in a hand with a lot of Dora and the 2 red dragons and 1 green dragon. So Menchi might not want to discard it either, going for the big 3 dragons.
It was Rancius who liked the big 3 dragons, right? I think
That's
Menchi
right.
likes
the Ipeko pure double sequence.
Yeah, the pure double. Corona with the all green and Osaka with the Tanyal, all simples.
Oh, so Corona playing big again, yeah.
Yeah, just going for the big hand, you know, the half flush. With a red 5, this would be another 12,000 point hand. If Corona can find it. Never mind, the red 5 pin is in Menchi's hand, so not going to get quite that one, but
yeah, I mean, 2 of the red 5s are still in the wall right now, so there's a lot of room for red 5 action. The red 5 so in specific would be good for any player but Corona right now. So if that comes out too late, even if Corona gets it, she might end up dealing in here.
A nice draw here for Corona. Now 1 away.
Yeah, this looks really
very complicated
solid.
hand shape. I think there's a pure double chance on the 2-2-3-3.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get,
so this is
you don't get the
Tempai.
Yaku for it because
yeah, of course.
Corona already called.
It's kind of like a pure double sequence shape. So will they see it? So if you cheat 2-3-4 here, you have a 1-4. It's
Right.
only, I think it's only a 1-4.
Right.
1-4. It's quite a complicated hand shape.
Yeah, it takes it with 3 and 5.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind
very
of the
similar.
same thing, yeah.
Sometimes when you take it on the inside, it makes it look more.
Yeah, it makes it look like your hand is worse. Yeah.
Right.
So cheating the 3, 4, 5, like the inside weight, might make them think it's something different, right?
Yeah, like you just picked up a good tile that you needed, because the middle weights are harder to make than the open-ended weights. When you have a 2-3 in your hand, you can get the 1 or the 4, but if you have a 3-5, you can only get the 4. So by calling it from the inside, it looks like a more regular call.
Yeah, there's also the point that, you know, the 2 trees are probably safer later on.
Right.
And you can also draw into like the 6-pin pawn, something like that.
Yeah, we'll see if it matters here, because Ramsey is temp by 6-9, so the 6-0 again deals in to a pure double sequence hand, and Ipeko just the other side. Instead of 3-6, it's 6-9 this time. No call here.
Oh, what are we doing here?
I mean, 2 is safe. You can just swap it around. Out comes the 5, though. That's a little bit dangerous. Not sure if it was
that might have been like a
necessary.
timer thing.
It's also possible.
It's quite a complicated situation, right? Do you fold completely? Do you keep going for it?
Right. Yeah, Menchi with the safe tiles. Menchi might be able to make 7 pairs out of this, though. They're trying very hard. Okay.
Well, I think
to make a call.
this might be a play just for Tempai. Oh, but the call gives Menchi, gives Ramsey the deal in tile, and it's gonna be 5,800 plus the 2 Homba, I believe.
Yeah,
3 Homba.
especially off of one of the top 3 players. It's even more impact. Well, of course, Menchi in second, but still worth it.
This does help Osaka a little bit, right? I feel like going for first might be very hard, but maybe going for third might be doable, right?
Yeah, I think
Like
with
a
2
manga
more
run.
games to go after this, especially because we're only in East round, it's still anyone's game.
Of course.
I think Osaka can still have thoughts of first place overall. Maybe not this game, but overall. Well,
Of course,
can
of
still get
course.
first place this game. Osaka still has a dealer, so we don't know what's gonna happen.
That's true. That's true. We could see some more Ipatsus. We've been the stream has felt like watching 3 players. You know, like high value, high speed.
I mean, Osaka had a
everywhere.
good hand. It just happened to deal into
Yeah?
2 other players. It was a
Yeah,
calculated risk.
unfortunate.
It
Yeah.
did not pay off that time. Might have paid off in another time. This 5 Dora is going to be very interesting to watch, though, both in Kurone's hand and in Osaka's hand.
I feel like with Mahjong, it might be easy to fall into a pattern of saying, "Oh, I dealt in, therefore I did the wrong thing." But I feel like sometimes that's just how it is. Mahjong, sometimes you deal in.
Right, right.
This hand is very interesting for Kurone. You know, ability to call, possible 7 pairs to Dora, depending on how that goes.
Yeah, no call here from Kurone. I guess that would make her discard the 5 pin, which is red in her case, and so that's probably why she doesn't want to do it. Ramsey is
Yeah,
with
this half flush is very threatening for sure.
Yeah, Ramsey is with the very fast Tempai. Problem is, this Tempai does not have Yaku on it.
Oh, that's not a tile you want to drop against this half flush.
Yeah.
Tempai now for Osaka.
But maybe you want to discard it earlier rather than later.
Oh, there it is immediately. Ron, Green Dragon Honitsu with 1,200 extra points, so 6,400. Pretty good win here for Osaka.
Yeah, I think that's actually, like, obviously it's good for Osaka coming back up, but I think Kurone is probably fine losing her dealer to that, because Menchi is now further away from her. So it's going to be interesting to see if Osaka can turn it around here in South 1.
Yeah, so now, you know, last dealer, you gotta make the best of it. Of course, you can still win. You can always just Tsumo Tumangan, make it back.
Yeah.
Mahjong is like that.
His hand is, there's no obvious value yet, but it looks like one of those hands where you can make Pinfu with sequences and do like a Riichi Patsu Sumo, especially with red 5s on in this tournament. There's still 2 of them in the wall. Good chance for Osaka to get value from that.
Ramses is 1 away, by the way, on a 5-8 man weight. Chance of pure straight with the Green Dragon Dora. So we'll see what comes from that hand. Very promising. Manchi's hand could potentially be, 7 pairs, half flush, or something like that.
I thought about 13 Orphans for a little bit, and when you look at the discards from Menchi, you're either thinking a half flush, like Onitsu, or 13 Orphans.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the half flush is that appealing. So now Tenpai, there's Tenpai for Ramses on that 8 man, and it is pure straight, so it's gonna be a Shadow Tenpai play. Right,
Yeah,
no Riichi.
The Silent Tenpai, the Shadow Tenpai. It's only 2
The
Han,
Shadow
though.
Tenpai.
Feels a little bit like Ramses needs more points than this. Okay.
Oh, there it is, the Riichi.
Alright, wait 1 turn.
Yeah, the classic wait 1 turn.
I think this was actually wait 2 turns, considering the 5-pin was also drawn and discarded. So the advanced,
well, it's time to see.
Advanced
it's
variation.
time to see how the flow reading skills work out here for Ramses. Is this gonna be a Patsu? Okay.
Ooh, not quite.
Not quite. But the Riichi Tsumo pure straight is a pretty good hand.
And
Osaka unfortunately,
here.
Osaka deals in. Oof.
Is almost like the Riichi baited Osaka into dealing this. I don't think Osaka would have cut 9 and 8 man unless Ramses said Riichi. So when you do Silent Tenpai, when you do Damaten, you don't call Riichi. The whole point is to get people to deal in. But it actually, the reverse thing happened here. Because Ramses did a Riichi, Osaka was looking for safe tiles. There are barely any visible on the table. Osaka sees the couple 7s in his hand and he says, okay, 8, 9 are a little safer. 9 passes. He's like, okay, that pass. What about 8? And then the Riichi actually pulled the winning tile out of Osaka's hand in that case.
Yeah, I was actually reading some books about, like Mahjong statistics, trying to improve, and apparently Riichis on honor tiles have a higher win rate than not reaching, which is very interesting when you think about 7 pairs. Because, usually the honor tiles are the safest, and you don't know what kind of hand your opponent is making. So
right,
yeah, the Riichi on the honor tile, very strong, and I think the weights like on an 8 or a 2 are also sometimes likely to come out.
Yes, the closer they are to the edge, 8, 2, 1, 9, and I think a lot of people intuitively, when they have 7 pairs, they're reaching for an honor tile for their final weight because they know that nobody can use them in sequences. It's just math and probability at that case that it's probably left over for other players. So if they want to win, they have to discard it.
Let's see here. It is now Menchi's dealer turn. Unfortunately, Osaka did deal into that Mangan, so they're almost making it back from the negatives, but now going to be a bit tougher. Maybe with this hand hoping for a half flush.
Yeah, the red 5-man would have been beautiful for Menchi to just call to slip in between the 4 and the 6-man, but because Menchi doesn't really have a Yaku yet, they decided not to call for it. It's possible that maybe Menchi could have moved to like an all simples, a Tanyao, but decided it wasn't worth the red 5 there. And so Menchi's just waiting to draw their tiles. They're still 1 away, but the weights are not that good right now.
Yeah, unfortunately 4-10 on the 8 of bamboo there, so not quite good enough. Okay, 1 away. Going to shift to Tanya. I like this play personally.
Yeah, this allows Menchi to call now. Not the 5-man, but rather the 7-man. But considering the fact that 3 of the 5-man have already been discarded, it's probably not that big of a deal. Of course, if Menchi draws the 5-man, they can use it just the same.
That could end up in 7 pairs 22 Dora 2. That would be the highest, the Kaboo mango for the hand.
Yeah, Osaka is looking for it very very dearly
Definitely
right
need
now.
those points.
Unfortunately, Ramses has the last copy of the Dora.
Yeah, so I don't know if this Half-Life is going to turn out. We'll see. Menchie still went away.
Yeah, that's better. It's definitely better.
Oh, Tempai for Ramses.
Looking for
It's on a
6-pin.
6-pin only. But maybe we can shift that pair weight.
If Kurone
Chooses
calls
something
this,
better.
it's coming out, I think. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the exact tile needed to win.
Yeah.
So it's Red Dragon Dora, 2000. But you know, it's second place for Ramses. You know, the 9 Menchie, the dealer win, makes total sense. First place is quite far away, so you know if you're gonna catch up, it's gonna be on your dealer turn. So let's see what Ramses can do.
Yeah, about double his current points would get him into first place. It'd be a little short. I mean, of course, if Kurone loses points and Ramses doubles up, then definitely Ramses will be ahead.
Yeah, I think two Mangan Sumos does it.
Right. 28,000.
Yeah, it'll be 32,000 point difference.
Exactly.
So it'd actually be a bit over. Points needed, we'll see.
Nice.
So this hand could, I believe this hand could be a Mangan.
7
right?
pairs, it could be a Haneman. The shortcut to Haneman, 7
Oh,
pairs.
yeah, I didn't even consider the 7 pairs. The 7 prayers.
Yeah. Menchie is really out in front here, though.
So wait, is this is not quite 3 concealed triplets possibility,
No.
but you know, reaching Sumo South Ura, maybe Ura 3
Yeah, that would be huge.
would be nice.
Osaka, I wouldn't put Osaka out of the race either.
Ooh.
5 pairs. The red Dora makes 3. Dora in hand. Oh!
And Ramses also went away, so.
Yeah. Osaka playing slightly safer here. Going with the 1, so destroying an already made pair because Ramses
Ooh,
has...
I think Ramses might be
discarded.
trying to go for 7 pairs waiting on the 8. Because it's safe against Menchie.
Definitely possible here.
Ooh! Toy play? All triplets?
Yeah, I think that's the only Yaku left after
Oh.
calling.
Yeah.
The tough
Very
slot.
interesting. So the 3-pin is Suji against Menchie, so it might come out.
Right.
Although
Because
no one has it.
Yeah, Kurone discarded the 6-pin.
Ooh, the problem is I feel like if Ramses is pushing this and Ramses draws the south, I think it's coming out. Ooh, that is not Tempai.
Yeah, it goes with the safe tile. Safe tile for no. It would have been Tempai, but no Yaku, because the pure double sequence can only be done closed. So Ramses is just going to play this for an actual Yaku.
With 2 4s of bamboo, the 6-0 becomes a lot safer. We're still not quite there though. It could still be kind of dangerous.
Right.
Especially because the 5 is Dora, but Ramses just goes for it.
This is
7
huge
mon
for
and
Ramses.
3-pin.
I could definitely see a 7-mon coming out from either of our 2 players, Kurone or Osaka.
I mean, considering all the 5s are there, the 7 doesn't look that bad, but we do know that Ramses' Yaku is all triplets. Oh, but it's Sumo! Ramses finds it!
Ooh, I was
Wow.
looking at 3 concealed triplets, but it's not quite. 2 of them have been opened.
So 340, the full rounding up to the 40
Yeah,
makes
that's
it
still big.
kind of like a 400 ping for Sumo. 7,800, 2,600 all. Quite a big win here for Ramses. And now, is this Mangan Sumo range for first?
17,000. I think it's a little bit off, even with the one home. But yeah, it's very close.
I think with our Ricci stick, like if Korona Ricci's and Ramses Ricci Sumo
definitely.
Mangan is enough. But you know, it still have 3, so we have time. This is an amazing hand for Ramses. Quite a lot of Dora. 4 pairs. Could we see a 7 prayers play again?
It could happen. We saw Osaka
7
try
pairs.
it last time, but they got caught up when they got 3 white dragons in hand, and so they cut the.
Oh,
safe
there it
one,
is.
so-
One away.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this hand could be massive.
Yeah, 7 pairs is a way stronger. Of course, when you have Dora in hand, makes it worth so much more.
This hand could just still be like a normal hand if you draw the 4-pin, possibly.
That's true. I don't think the call on the 9 so makes much sense. So
No?
Ramses
Okay.
passed that up, but If you draw a 4-pin, you
Yeah,
could
if
try
you
and
draw
get
four
the
pin,
hand
four
yourself.
pin, you can have a one away waiting on
Yes.
the pure double sequence 6/9.
Yes. Or maybe we
There it
start
is,
this
yeah.
side. Nope.
Oh,
Ramses is
doesn't even want to
locking
try.
in.
I mean, yeah, the 6-0, you know, could end up being dangerous. It looks like no one's really discarding around that that area, and Menchie could end up using it too.
That's a reasonable call here. We might see 2-3-4 mixed triple sequence, the Sanshoku
Ooh,
for Menchie.
looks like another all triplets with Dora too. This would be
All
one gun.
triplets is
I mean, it worked last
Ramses'
time,
claim
right?
to flame right now.
Uh-huh. It was a 3-pin wait as well last time.
That's true.
So,
This time 3-pin is
happen
Dora.
again. Yeah.
Oh, another 2-3-4 call. Oh, but doesn't take the 2-3-4 Tempai.
Hmm.
Goes for the triplet late, the Shampoo and 5-mon
Ooh.
Tuso. Was it Furiten? No, it wasn't Furiten.
This is dangerous.
Yeah.
I think it's to try and like upgrade the weight by drawing like a 4 or 6-mon, but now this reaching makes it very awkward.
Oh,
and there's a
Tuso
Dylan tile.
deals in. It is the smaller hand of the two, I would assume. Does have one Dora, but the other one was a Ricci. Actually, the Ricci didn't have any Dora. Maybe it wasn't the smaller hand of the two, now that I'm looking at it.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never
if there's
know.
Ura or, yeah.
The critical hit.
Ipatsu,
We're at 2.
Right. So here we are in South 4.
So how many more points can Kurune win?
Right, I have to check if the Agariyame is on or not, because I know, like, we saw the double Roan happen.
Yeah.
Agariyame.
So most tournaments that we
go
have
ahead.
casted, the Agariyame is off, right? So Agariyame, for those who don't know, when the dealer is in first place in South 4, if they win, the match usually ends, like in ranked.
Right.
But in some tournament rules, we disable that so that no one is at a disadvantage. Everyone has the same dealer. You know, you can win more points if you're in South 4 dealer first place. But it looks like Menchie here, quick hand, quick half flush. Could even be all triplets depending on the draws.
Would it be enough for second place? One.
Oh, this is Tempai. It's a very weird Tempai, but it's Tempai from Menchie. Decides not to take it. Still no Tempai for anyone. Kuronic does have the potential mixed triple sequence hand here to win even more points.
That's right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, interesting. Discarding the 9-1. Maybe Kuronic is just playing super defensive. Would make sense. The hand across does look kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, she did discard a 7-pin before, which is pretty dangerous to a half flush, especially because it's close to the Dora 9-pin.
Hey, one away here.
We'll
Unfortunately, we
see.
can't get mixed triple sequence anymore.
Right. Oh, the 5-pin.
Oh, the 5-pin deals into Menchie, so that's gonna be Green Dragon and Honitsu Dora.
Yeah, because it's a direct hit, especially, it's definitely going to be enough to take second.
Yes, there we go, second place. Ramsey was going for those extra points in South 4. It's not unfortunately did not work out, but it's okay. You know, third place is still fine. Coronet, first place with plus 43.4. A massive win here in first. Definitely going to set the stage here for our upcoming games. Menchie, second place at the very end with that 77, 12.1 positive. Ramsey's gonna be at minus 3.5. Unfortunately, Osaka had that unfortunate deal in, ended up in minus 12,000. So gonna have some work to do. Gotta win those dealer hands for sure.
All right, so as we get our standings squared away, Irie, how have you been enjoying the game so far?
Amazing. I mean, so much excitement, right? We saw how many Patsumas.
Yeah, I think
So
2 or 3.
quite. I feel like this is very different from some of the matches we've seen in the previous tournaments, right? Usually, I feel like we see some even like hyper defensive plays, like not letting anyone even pawn or cheat anything. This feels like a more aggressive room, right? The table, everyone's going for their hands, going for those quick hands if they can, just going for everything, trying to get those wins.
Yeah, we even saw a double roan in game number 1. That is one of the rules that has not been in place at a lot of the previous tournaments. So we can see here Kurone with that plus 43.4. We did see it on stream in first, 30 points above Menchi here in second. Ramsius very close behind in third, and Osaka's got some catching up to do in fourth place. But 2 games to go, so a lot of room for catch up here.
Yeah, still 2 games. It's anyone's game. We could always see, you know, Kurone take a double fourth and Osaka a double second.
Right.
Turn things around.
Anything could happen in our next 2 games. But I know one thing that's gonna happen right now.
Ooh, exciting!
And that
yes, that's right. We have the Livestream lucky draw. So if you guys leave your comment for a chance to win the prize, we're gonna be asking you guys, what is your favorite Yaku? And we'll be drawing a winner, a 3 lucky Janshi. So we'll be drawing soon. And the question is, yeah, what is your guys' favorite Yaku? Tips, what is your favorite Yaku?
I am partial to a lot of different Yaku, but one of the Yaku that it's definitely not my favorite Yaku starting out, but I seem to have an affinity to it more than a lot of other players is triple triplets or Sanshoku Doko. When you get the same number in all 3 suits, but not a run, like not 1, 2, 3, not mixed triple sequence, but like a 3-3-3, a 3-3-3, and a 3-3-3.
The mixed triple triplets.
Exactly.
That's a fancy one. I feel like I've won that less times than I've won Yakuman.
Yeah. Actually, every time I've compared to someone else with about the same number of games as me, I always seem to have more than anybody else. Maybe I see it more, maybe I go for it more, because it is only worth 2 Han, closed or open, right? I mean, if it's closed, at least you have at least 3 concealed triplets, which is already a lot, and usually you have like Yakuman. But when you have Yakuman, it doesn't even count. I've seen someone get the Suanko, the 4 concealed triplets, with
and it was also triplets,
but it doesn't count, because once you get the Yakuman, all those lower Yaku don't count.
Unfortunate. Come on, triplets. I think one of the craziest Yakuman I've seen was Chinitsu Tanyo 4 concealed triplets pairway.
Ooh. Those are worth a lot. Sometimes it's worth double.
Yeah, the double Yakuman.
But I hope this is worth a lot because we do have a winner, and our winner, their favorite Yaku is 7 pairs. How did you know it's 7 pairs? There's 7 pairs, man.
7 pairs, best Yaku. I mean, I love 7 pairs, 7 prayers. It was my first Yakuman.
And
it was Haite Richi Chitoi Tsumo.
And your colleague in arms here, your fellow 7 pairs enjoyer, is AOF. Congratulations, AOF. You have won a Fortune Charm. You are our first lucky Janshi of the stream. The other 2 will be drawn after the other 2 games. But so that you don't miss your great prize, make sure to contact Mahjong Soul, mjs.cs@yo-star.com with your Mahjong Soul ID. The ID you can find in your friends list at the game. And the screenshot of your YouTube profile page, so we know that you are AOF. Congratulations. 7 pairs.
Congratulations, AOF. Amazing. 7 pairs. Thank you. Thank you for representing the 7 pairs.
7
I love
pairs,
seeing it.
shortcut to Hanemon. Is it the
Mhm.
shortcut to Lucky Draw wins? Maybe this time.
I mean, it sounds like you're just giving everyone a reason to love 7 pairs, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
That's fair. That's fair. Woo.
So, I feel like we got the next match coming up, or are we still warming up the players?
There is a bit of a delay on the second match.
All right.
And so we are going to take just a small break here to give our throats a chance to relax. It should be just a couple minutes as our players get ready for the next match. Just some backroom issues to iron out before game number 2. So don't go anywhere.
Right.
We'll be right back.
Yep. Just get some snacks, get some water, do all those things. We'll be back in a bit. See you guys soon for some more exciting.
All right, we are back. Short delay, delay. Hopefully you believed our promises. We didn't go anywhere for too long. We have about a couple minutes until the next game starts. Let's take a look again at the results of the first game here. So,
Yes.
Kurone here with that. One of the winners of the double run. That was pretty interesting. We actually did not get to see whether the Agariyame, the dealer stopping after the win in South 4, is on. I can actually take a look now that the game is not on yet. I get to take a look through the rules. Agariyame is off, so the first place all last dealer win does not end the game, or no,
Okay, so
neither
this is-
Tenpai.
Oh, so it does not end the game. Okay.
Right.
So we got the double run, but the Agariyame is off. So yeah.
That's right. Oh, also, fun fact for those of you who like little rule trivia, the 13 Orphans Rob on Closed Con is on in this tournament. So if we see
Interesting.
that happen, be on the lookout. The robbing a closed con for 13 orphans. If you ever see that happen in your life, consider yourself either blessed or cursed, depending on which side of the table you're on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as Luke mentioned earlier, the UMA is plus 15, plus 5, minus 5, minus 15. So
it's basically like ranked, but dealer in first and South 4 does not end the game if they win.
right. Just 1 minute to go here before game number 2. Are you excited? Are you hoping that your player's in the lead in the chat? Or do you need a comeback for the player you're cheering for? Let us know in the chat whether you're happy or upset with the game 1 results. But do you believe in your player? Do you believe in your champion to come back and become the Battle of the Four Winds champion?
You know me, Tibbs. I always believe in the comeback. We've seen some amazing comebacks in these years that we've casted these tournaments. So
yeah,
definitely can't count Osaka out of it.
Speaking of cons, we've seen the Rinshan, the after a con win in the cat food bowl before. So I'm just hoping for something as exciting as that. And we've opened with some pretty exciting matches.
Yeah, we've had some pretty exciting wins. So many passes. I mean, the double run.
There was some good use made of the new move. We'll put it that way. We'll
see if Corona continues this, this rampage. The double 12k win on the dealer was crucial.
Right, and we'll be able to see it now as we get into our game here. Ramses, our first dealer this time. Osaka in the south seat, Menchi in the west seat, and Kurone in the north seat.
Alright, so it looks like this is kind of similar, except Ramses and Menchi are swapped. Yeah, but Kurone was the last dealer, so we're going to be seeing that again. And Ramses' hand is quite quick here. 1 away already for the dealer.
Yeah, potential pinfu if Ramses gets the 3-pin before the 6-9, so... Of course, there's a 3-pin.
doesn't even want the 1-2-3 pin. Wait.
Yeah, this is interesting. Extra 3 so an extra 7-pin. Both are slightly closer to the middle.
No, with the 6-mon.
Yeah, the 6-mon is pretty good. I do like the 6-mon. The 3-7 there's argument for either way, whether you keep that or you keep the 1-2 pin in hand.
I do think the Kanchan, I mean, you're a dealer, right? So I think staying 1 away and just reaching. Sometimes it just works, but I do like the play to just try to get a better shape somehow.
Yeah, in the meantime, Kurone actually drew and discarded 2 East Doras in the East round. Like, it would have been a Yakuhai, right? It would have been an honor a value honor tile worth 1 Han. Well, more because it's Dora. So that's a little unfortunate for her losing the second East. And now all 4 Easts are on the board.
So Ramses' choice to drop the 1-2 pin pays off. Now 1 away for Reach Pinfu. Hey, Osaka is going for the half flush. That looks like not quite 1 away. 2 away.
Yes, 2 away.
And Corona just looking for the green dragon. Going to be a 2-pair, like a 2 triple away. Oh, never mind.
Tempai.
There it is. Tempai.
Lucky tile.
Yeah, waiting on the green, the lucky tile, and also reaching on the honor tile. I was talking about it earlier. Always such a strong play.
That's right. Osaka already has 1 in hand, and it's probably the first thing to go if Osaka gets closer to Tempai. That would be a tough break for Osaka. It makes the call.
Yeah, there it is.
That prevents it from being Ipatsu because of the call, but it's still a tough break because the green is the more expensive side.
Unfortunate. Well, Coronet does win the 5,200, which is great.
Oh,
Coronet
sorry. I noticed I have not updated the overlay. Let me get that done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did update the scores, but gotta update it on the screen here. Thanks for letting us know. And there we are.
So, awesome. And it is Osaka's dealer, so let's take a look at Osaka's hand.
That's right.
Looks like we have some nice shapes here. Unfortunately, no pair, so this hand's kind of far away. The one saving grace of this hand is making that 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence with the Dora would be great.
All right. We also had to give Eve a bit of a break there. Ichihime finally coming in to do her job. We just had to wait for Ichihime to come in with the game 2 scores. I actually noticed these
con for Corona.
Ooh, big con after Reach.
By the way, Richie turned 4 in a close con. This is like Corona is giving off final boss energy.
This is everything you want, except she still has no Dora. After all that.
It's true, it's true.
It might be underneath though. The Dora could be under the bottom. The Uradora.
Ooh, not quite tempo yet for Rancius, but 1 away. Dora 2 for the dealer? I don't know. This hand could end up being a backfire for Corona. Oh, never mind. Rancius 2 then?
We'll see how many Uradora are on the table. None.
And 0. So the Richie only with the 50 food, 1600. But, you know, Corona just winning all the hands. Not letting anyone catch a break. So it's gonna be Menchie's turn to be the dealer.
That's right.
Dora is the last quick pawn here from Rancius. So many pawns is going around everywhere. So Rancius is looking for the White Dragon triplet pawn, maybe an all triplets. Rancius does seem to like those all triplets.
Yeah, this would be
across the
about
table.
the
We also have
time.
Corona. So it is Menchie's dealer. Their hand doesn't look like they're going to be able to compete. The speed of these hands. Yeah, this is game 2, by the way, guys. So this is you can see the scores of the players on the left. Corona is currently leading, and Menchie's right behind. Osaka's got a big comeback to make. So yeah, right now it's Menchie's dealer. Still really early on in the game. A lot of calls being made, but no one actually tempo. Just Corona, I think, the closest one.
Even with Yaku in hand, Ramses refuses the 3-4, so going for that all triplets, as you mentioned, seems to be one of their favorite Yaku here. Of course, Corona is now set up to get that 6-0 from Ramses here, should it happen. Or the 3, both sides now.
Oh, they're both dueling. Wow, so Corona, another win. It's a 2,000 point hand, but you know, if you just win all the hands, you can't lose.
Hey, it adds
That's
up
Corona's
here.
game plan. All right. Moving on to East 4. Corona's dealer and an amazing draw here. Triplet, some nice weights, possible half flush. Oh, things are looking great here. Do we see the early call? I don't know if this hand... Yeah, I don't know if this hand can make this call.
Yeah, it might be reasonable if you go for the half flush. The whole need to here. Other than that, it's probably fine to just let the north pass here.
Ramses does have a nice hand too. We could see maybe a mixed triple sequence with the right draws. 1 away here.
I don't expect this con to be taken. No, it doesn't get called.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely no con.
Osaka could already be hunting for a Yakuman here, considering the results of game 1.
Do you reach the bad way with Nodara? I mean, it's a pretty early on Richie, so maybe people will fold. I feel like Corona, though, might just end up pushing this hand somehow.
Yeah, the 7-pin came out just in time, just before it deals into Ramses. We'll see if Menchie gets tricked into discarding the 7-pin because of that short time
Corona
span.
is so far ahead, so even though it's her dealer, the right play is definitely just to fold, right?
It is hard to say here. As you mentioned, it is her dealer, but her hand does seem a little far away from Tempai to be pushing here.
Yeah, I think the main problem is the red 5-pin draw. I think if it was anything else, maybe you can still push.
Especially with 6 and 7 pin already in your discard pile. It's hard to make something from it without it being Furiten. Oh, but that would be the perfect draw if she was still going for it. The extra 5 pin. I think it's too little too late.
Yeah,
now.
I guess it could have been all triplets with South and North.
Yeah, Osaka's one away. Menchi Tenpai.
Oh, but with the perfect out to deal in. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like it's worth much. Yeah, 1300.
Yeah, tough spot there. Menchi looking for the mixed double or the pure double sequence. Menchi's favorite Yaku.
That was a pretty good hand, but unfortunately, the perfect out to deal into Ramses.
And it's also the perfect time for it to be South round because Ramses has a pair of South in hand. Osaka a little late for the East pair with the round change, but it looks like a reasonable pair for the hand overall to make a Pinfu, so maybe it's a good thing that it's not Yaku. Of course, East doesn't get called when Menchi discards it.
Ooh. I'm surprised Dora got discarded so early. I feel like we could have still drawn the 7 pairs. Oh, Rance just going for the signature. The signature half flush shell triplets.
Right.
I understand that.
That's what Ramses sees. I do agree that a lot of times 7 pairs lends itself to just holding on to a single Dora, because you just need to pair it up, or you can just wait on it at the very end if it doesn't pair up. Ramses disagrees with you here, though.
I mean, Ramses, I feel like there's no universal right way to play. I feel like every player should play to their strengths, right?
Right.
And clearly, Ramses' strengths is all triplets.
Exactly.
I will keep loving the 7 pairs, though. What do we have here for Menchi? It's a bit tricky to see from here, but I think it's 1 away for Richidara too, potentially.
That's right.
Would be nice for Menchi.
2 inside weights, one being the 3-mon in between 2 and 4-mon, another one being the 6-pin. Hard to call though because Menchi has that pair of 1-mon.
You could have called the 6-pin, drop the 1-mons, and hopefully get a 5/8 pair.
Yes, that would have been a reasonable maneuver.
But Menchi, it's still completely reasonable to do this as well.
Yeah.
I like the 5, 6, 7, 8 shape, keeping it. You can draw some. You could potentially draw something nice around that shape.
Yes, for sure. In fact, the call is being made now.
Oh,
and
the
now
Chi for Tenpai. Yeah, there we go.
1 away. Yeah. So we have 3 competing half flushes on the table.
Yeah.
2 of them in the same suit. Usually when it's 3 competing, they're all in different suits, but Kurone and Ramses both fighting for the same tiles.
This might be one of those rounds where it's a way higher chance of it being like a Ron, because both players are going for like the same kind of suit.
Yeah, Ramses first to Tenpai here.
Oh, Menchi is also Tenpai, 6-pin only. So there's 1 left.
Notably important, it is a Pinzu tile. It is a dot tile. No call made on the 4 from any player.
This is quite dense now.
Right. Menchi
switches to the 5-pin only, but now that gives Kurone Tenpai winning on the White Dragon, which comes out immediately.
All these cheese, all these pawns. Gives Kurone the winning tile.
Yeah, that's gonna be another huge hand for Kurone. Up to 40,000 in the second game.
Especially getting it off the dealer. Holy.
Yeah. Wow, so now that even puts Osaka in 3rd. It's going to be 4th for Ramses right now. Has to make the comeback. Although, it's still anybody's game. To make it back to 2nd. For example, for Ramses, it's only a Mangun. Osaka is the one who needs the most points here. So, this is the 2nd dealer round for Osaka. Has to make something happen here.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things, even though, as you mentioned, it was a Mangun. Mangun is on that edge, especially with red 5s, it's on the edge of where, it's big or small, it's pretty big, but it's not as big as things could be. But the big thing is Ramses lost his dealer turn. So it's going to be harder to make a big comeback that way.
I feel like Ramses could just now aim to be above Menchi. You know, the direct competitor for second. Overall.
Yes.
I feel like that might be the strategy.
Menchi here.
Although,
has
of course,
Dora.
you just want to win as much as possible. Yeah, Menchi cooking something up. Unfortunately, this hand is still kind of hard to win.
Yeah, I don't know if 7 pairs is an option here. Menchi already has 2, 3, 4, so maybe 7 pairs isn't the way to go. But
It is
also
quite.
maybe it is.
It is quite early.
True.
It's quite early. You could still draw the 7 pairs.
Yeah, thing is, Corona is already called, and she's very close to Tempai herself.
Corona plays so aggressive. I love to see it. It is very similar to my playstyle. It's working out for her.
It is working out so far quite well. Ooh, red 5 for Osaka in the dealer spot.
He'll not 1 away, but some really nice shapes.
Still 2 away. I was looking to see if there's any 1 away angle, but Corona's Tempai now. This is a hard tile to call. Especially you probably end up dealing in if you call this. Maybe not Ramses, but it's hard for Ramses. It is a call!
Ooh,
oh, that doesn't look good for Osaka though. It looks like this is a full flush attempt.
Is this a full flush play?
Yeah, I think it's gotta be. I mean, it could be a Tanyao. It is Osaka's favorite Yaku. No, it is a full flush attempt.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, tough break there for Osaka. There goes another dealer turn.
Unfortunate. But, you know, Osaka can still make it back to second place, and just winning any sort of Mangan is always great. You know, the points matter. It's not just the placement.
Right.
So now it's Menchi's dealer in sub 3. Currently in second, and has a nice hand here with 2 Dora.
Yeah, this
hoping
is
to draw that Yakuhai.
kind of fast, but nothing immediately able to be called. And with a lot of honor tiles, just single copies, they don't connect to as much. Like, they don't have as much tile acceptance. So we can see Menchi getting rid of them, looking for some tile acceptance to just cash in on these Dora.
This hand could end up very deadly because the West. Ooh, I was imagining a future where you reach on the Tuso in the West, but I like to see it just going for like a more efficient Pinfu play. I think something like that.
Indeed, indeed. That's kind of what Menchi's going for with with their hand here. It's a chi call though.
Oh. Are we gonna cheat a 6-pin, drop 2-pin, and then drop 9-pin? Could it be?
Right. The hard part about this chi is that you need another 4-mon. A lot of 1-mon have been discarded though. So it's not likely that Menchi draws up the other 1-mon. Because the Yaku here is Tanyao, all simples. And that's why Menchi can't really use the 1-mon. Nor this 9-pin that just got discarded. Normally you'd like to call those to advance the hand. And Ramses is going to go for the same Yaku. So we have competing Tanyas here. Ramses might be able to get mixed triple sequence with the 6, 7, 8s in every suit. As a little bit of a bonus. We'll see.
I feel like Menchi could also draw the 7-pin or something to help this hand progress towards Tanyo.
Yeah, that would be nice. Or even 2 or 3-mon as well. There goes the last copy of 1-mon. So Menchi's safe from getting the no Yaku side now, but there really aren't many 4-mon left. They're all in...
Oh, there it is, 6-pin.
Yeah.
That's one of the tiles we need.
The 4-mon seem to be in other players' hands. All 4,
so there's no
all 4 of
1-mon
them
left,
accounted for.
I was imagining maybe we could just cheat the 1-1 just for Tempai, but yeah, this is the unfortunate part about like making these like swaps in your hand for like Tanyao and that kind of stuff.
This is
you can end up not even Tempai.
Huge tempai for Kurone. There's a lot of different angles you can take. You can wait on 3-6 mon, you can go 1-4-7, so. I'm going to go with the 3-6
So that's
mon.
3-6 mon. Okay. Pawn of Dora for the dealer. This is very scary now.
Yeah, that's actually a
However, the
Dora
dealer's not
discard to wait on 3-6 mon. Interesting.
Wait, why did Menchi not take Tempai? Was it a mistake?
No,
Like a
Menchi just
misclick?
called the Dora. Menchi wanted the Dora because Tuso is Dora.
Oh, okay. I thought they would take the Tempai. Anyways, is that not a deal-in? Oh, it's Tanya
No
only
Yaku.
for Ramses.
Yeah,
The no Yaku.
Menchi's got the
Storytime
other
now.
side. Menchi might deal in. We will see. But
3-6
Ramses is
mon.
Furiten now. Ramses drew the 9-so himself.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Oh,
So
the
the 6-so
5-in is
doesn't
back.
deal in anymore.
The 5-in is back.
Yeah, that's too late.
The 6-so, but it doesn't deal in.
There's an option to call it maybe, but there's probably no need to. I mean, the 6-0 is safe now. Whoa!
Oh!
But
The
how
3
come
mon!
the 3-mon? That's an
gonna be
Uradora.
Richie Tanya Dora too. The critical hit to take it from 5,200 to 8,000. It's gonna
That's a
put
tough
Corona
one.
once again at 50k.
Menchi pulled in so many Dora. Menchi waving the white flag from the theater performer there. Oh man.
Wow, I did not expect that. Corona pulling the win out of the hat. Like a magician. Just somehow winning all the hands.
Swoosh.
Corona just keeps doing it, yeah.
Yeah, up into South 4. Again, 50,000 points. The other players very close to each other now, though. Other than Kurone, everybody else is really fighting it out for second place.
Mm-hmm. This one seems pretty good for Corona again. Got Dora.
Yep. Although we did make a check, and even if Kurone wins here, we are still going to have to play another hand until Kurone passes as no 10 or somebody else wins. There is no win stopping,
The win
no
rotation.
Darayami. Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So for a quick Ricci waiting on the 2-pen. I feel like that's like trying to set up the Suji trap eventually.
Yeah, it might also just be a very early reach, so you want to do it.
Oh my goodness! Rams, you just knew. The 2-pen was the way to go.
Almost Ipatsu, but the problem is Osaka took like cheed Ramses'
so
Ricci tile, so no
yeah.
Ipatsu.
Yeah, I wouldn't have many pots. But still, 4,000 points, pretty good. Puts Francis in second.
Yeah, still enough to get that second place score.
So for this game, it looks like Kurone is once again going to be pulling ahead. First place, 39.5. So that's going to put Kurone at a massive 80 points going into game 3. No one else won any points this round. So Ramsey is going to be at -1, second place. Osaka, -13.2. Definitely better than the last game. A little bit luckier. And Menchi in 4th place, unfortunately, at the very end. Dealing, I think there was a deal in, right? At some point?
Yeah, Menchi had pulled 3 Dora, was able to pawn the Dora, and then
yeah,
unfortunately
the
came to the end of the round, could not make Tempai.
Yeah. So that's going to be our game 2.
Alright, so our standings are on the way. I am just putting them in here now.
And guys, be sure to stay tuned. We will have a gift code for you guys. We have lucky draws. We have more cool stuff for you guys. And we have another match to see who's going to take what. It's going to be exciting.
Well, we can see adding the 2 games together. Kurone, our only positive player right now. Plus 82.9. This is going to be a very difficult 3rd game for our other 3 players. However, the prizing is fairly graded. There's a fairly flat slope, right? It's not really winner take all here, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, they're definitely playing for the other prizes as well.
Yeah, so the difference between first, second, third, and fourth, it's about even either way, right? Every place is one more character than the others. Well, first place might be more. We don't know whether exactly how many characters are coming in the collaboration. So we will see with that. But all that being said, there is definitely a reason to fight for second, third, and fourth. It's not first place only, as some other tournaments may be.
And we also, the players will be taking home some prizes, but you guys are also about to get some prizes as well. Ooh. We have another lucky draw for you guys.
Before this lucky draw, actually, let's go to the gift code you were talking about.
Oh yeah, the gift code.
That's right.
Yeah, so here you guys go. The gift code will be Q7DDQQWMARAG. You can enter the code on the screen and also on the YouTube chat. On the browser client only, guys. Log into your browser client and go to the settings on the top right. Go to the others tab and then you'll see the gift code button. And yeah, you input Q7DDQQWMARAG. So it will be in the chat for you guys. And you have basically 1 day from now to get that code in. Tell your friends. Tell everyone you know who plays Mahjong about the code. It's free goodies for you guys. And for us too, I think. So at some point I gotta get the lucky code myself, the gift code.
And enter it. That's right. Enjoy the gift code. Make sure, if you know anybody who's looking for it, get them to come in here for the final match of the Battle of the Four Winds and claim the gift code. But as we sort of peaked, perhaps not on purpose, we are doing a lucky draw right now as well. So our second of the 3 lucky grade Jianqi will be drawn now.
Awesome.
Yeah, our second question. We've seen our competitors' favorite Yaku, but we've also seen their favorite tile, but we haven't seen your favorite tile at home. So, what is your favorite tile?
I mean, come on, Tubbs. We both know what we're gonna say.
Oh,
it has to be.
There's actually a feature article on this recently, for April Fool's Day. I don't know why it was on April Fool's Day. That must have just been a coincidence. But my favorite tile just so happens to be the 3-so, and at this point, I feel like I don't even have a choice in the matter. It's gone too far. There's not.
That's the way I feel too, and you know, it always happens to me. Like recently, I won. My only Yaku was winning on the last tile on the Trio Bamboo with 3 Dora, and that was enough to get the first. Yeah. It always happens to me. I don't know how to explain it.
You can't fight the flow. It's less of a favorite tile and more, I feel like, of a force of nature.
A force of nature. It's
just a law of
yes, exactly. I understand. I just we are on the same wavelength, Tips. Trio Bamboo, our glorious triangular green tile, the best one for sure.
All right, but we do have a winner here, and our winner's favorite tile, a very common one on the stream today, is the Green Dragon.
The Green Dragon.
Hatsu. So Green Dragon lovers, our lucky Green Dragon fan of the day is a seal. It's a seal. Congratulations, seal. You have won. Congratulations to this lucky seal. You've won a fortune charm for 30 days. Contact Yostar at mjs.cs@yo-star.com with your Mahjong Soul account ID, your friend ID on the friends list, as well as a screenshot of your YouTube profile to prove it is your YouTube account. Well done and congratulations.
Congratulations, Seal. The luckiest Seal.
The luckiest seal. All right.
So just a reminder to everybody, these are the scores that we're going to be taking into Game 3 of the Grand Finals of the 4 wins. 800 players battled their way through 4 weeks to get here. And Corona, Ramses, Menchi, and Nosaka are going to be finding out who's going to be second, third, and fourth, and first. So do we have the match ready, or we still have more announcements or cool stuff?
Just a couple minutes left before our final match starts. I hope everyone's excited out there. We will.
Are you guys excited for the collaboration with Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel, the movie collab, right?
Yes, it is coming up in less than 2 weeks. I'm still waiting for any tidbits of information of gnawing at the heels. Waiting to see just what's coming, because this is an IP. This is a series that I have liked for a long time.
Same.
But I definitely don't want to spread any rumors, especially on the official stream, so I don't want to say too much about it when if I don't have anything confirmed. But let's just say I'll probably be happy with almost any characters from the
So I think we have had a collaboration with
that's right,
not quite Fate Stay Night.
The
it was
Fate Prisma Ilya collab.
Yeah, Fate Prisma Ilya
Before. And we were able to get Ilya there, as well as her familiar Kuro and 2 of the other amazing magical girls from that alternate universe.
Yeah, I think it was
cool.
Gilgamesh, Kuro, Ilya, and
That's right.
I forgot the last one.
But we do have our 4 players coming up here. Just a reminder, 2 of them did like the Green Dragon, so they were pretty lucky here. The Green Dragon, the Fortune, the character for good fortune and prosperity, coming in clutch here for Kurone. And I think Ramses is doing pretty well as well in second place. So it seems like the Green Dragon is the tile to beat here.
I mean, we also saw Seal winning on the Green Dragon.
That's right.
winning the lucky draw. Anyways, here we go. The final match of the 4 wins Grand Finals. They've battled through 800 players to get here.
Yep, long and hard.
4 weeks. And here it is, the final game. Ramses with the head start, Richie here.
Yep.
Reach Pinfu.
If Ramses can win this on Kurone's dealer, that is the first step to overcoming the first and second place gap here, no matter how big it may be. In the chat, we've got Luke in there reminding us that it was Miyu. Our 4th character in the collaboration was Miyu.
But yeah, definitely excited for the collaboration. I think you said it would be in the next 2 weeks or so, right?
Yes, that's right.
That'll be exciting. We'll see if Ramses is still looking for the 5-8 mon. 2 of them are in people's hands, the 5s.
Yeah, Menchi collects it here. Menchi collects a Dora 4-mon to connect to that 5-mon, so I don't see it coming out anymore. It was a little bit of a worry before.
We could still very well see the 7-pin draw Richie, Tanyo Pingfu Dora counterattack here, depending on the draws, of course.
That's right. Oh, there's an 8-mon that might come out. So it doesn't come right off of Kurone, but it is a win on Kurone's dealer, so that prevents Kurone from going off on another big dealer streak, and it puts Ramses in the lead here. And Ramses already starting
Taiwan
out
pawn.
strong.
Ramses, you know, just has that like threatening energy. It just goes for the hands. Just tries to win that menacing hand with the Akuhai. The Akuhai pawn, the other pawns that they're probably coming soon.
Yeah. Ramses is going to need more points than that eventually, but perhaps you need to start small in order to build a big snowball, right? You gotta get the rolling stone going.
Reminds me of the Tsushida Kosho lecture. You gotta do the 1,000, the 4,000, the 8,000. You gotta do the hop, the skip, and the jump.
Yep, that's exactly it.
So we'll see if Francis can make another hand happen here. Still 2 away. Menchi potentially getting a mixed triple sequence here. We'll see.
It is an open call mixed triple sequence, and Menchi has to find a new
hand
pair.
here. Not 1 away quite yet, but so much value. 3 Dora, Tanyo
Yeah.
Pingfu potentially.
That is a gem of a hand, a shiny hand indeed.
Mm-hmm. So just kind of a quiet hand here. No reaches just yet. Just some calls from Ramses. A call from Menchi. And some interesting draws here. Corona's shape is kind of complex here.
Yeah.
So many Mons are close together. I think this is potentially trickle seal triplets, maybe?
Yeah, I think I like keeping the 7 in hand, but considering she's already discarded the 9, so 7 might not be as good. Might end up 3-10 at the, you know, on the big swing of things.
I feel like the 7 so also looks pretty scary against Osaka. So
maybe that's why it's discarded early.
there you go, Tenpai for Corona.
Yeah, big Tenpai. It's really hard to tell what Osaka is actually waiting for because the only thing Osaka's discarded
there it is, Tenpai.
Are these honors and outsides.
So it's a Richi Pingfu with R3, which is already Mangan. Tsumo's Hanuman, and you can always just Ipatsumo on the 6-man for Baimon.
This has to be a hard decision for Kurone. She breaks her
there
hand.
There it is! Richi Patsumo, Tanyo Pingfu, R3 Baimon for Osaka.
That is absurd. Didn't even need Uradora for that. 8 off the gate.
Oh my goodness. This is why Pingfu's good.
Right off the break.
Pingfu's great. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nothing to do with those massive amounts of Dora. It's Pinfu's. Pinfu gets all the credit for that one, right?
Amazing. So that's definitely what Osaka needs. You know, that's a Baimon now in first place with a massive point advantage, 16,000 above Rancius.
That is a monster hand indeed. Considering the scores, that might get Osaka into 3rd place here, maybe even 2nd. But I think Osaka is gonna have to do a little bit more work to get there.
Yeah, we'll see. Corona definitely does not want to let Osaka do anything in this game. If Corona can help it. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, if you can get close to Menchi, you can maybe get close to Ramses too, in terms of like passing them in points overall.
You
just need that flow. We just need to see the flow. I mean, we already have the Baimon, you know? Can we see another one?
Another Baimon. This one might not.
Maybe not a Baimon, but you know, just any win.
Yeah, it's a dealer repeat.
We gotta get those wins. Yeah.
Hey, okay. Hey, extra Dora.
We take those? Where are the green dragons, by the way? It's Dora, but I don't think anyone has them. Corona is standby, by the way, on the 6 of circles only. Her hint could potentially upgrade to all triplets as well, so East all triplets Dora would be Mangan for Corona.
Yep.
But it's Richi for Menchi. Yeah, I think it's Richi, Pingfu, Dora.
3 players Tenpai. It felt like it came out of nowhere.
Oh, there it is, but Corona just finds it.
Ends
Two
as
more.
soon as it begins. I was getting ready for the intense showdown.
240. 2,700. Steals our Richie stick too. So now Corona in second. Denying them as much as possible. We do see Menchi now with the shiny hand. Two Dora in hand. Going for the half flush potentially.
Yeah, maybe even just the Dora. We'll see if Ramses ever discards his copy of the White Dragon or Osaka does it. Another
Four Dora. Dora, so
another
three Dora in the Menchi's hand, yeah. This could also be Toy Toy. Toy Toy Dora 4, Dora 5. All triplets, White Dragon, Dora 4. It could happen.
Could definitely happen here. We could even see another Khan have out. Another Khan, and after a Khan, a Rinchang Kaiho win. It's not quite South 4 yet, but even in East 4, it would be pretty crazy to see.
Okay, well, now we see a Green Dragon. So definitely angling towards the half flush potentially. But also just keeping the 4-pin, you know, just in case. There it is.
There it is. Again.
Kurona Tenpai on the 7. So only the mixed triple sequence.
Yeah.
The Shadow Tenpai.
It's worth enough, especially with the current positions.
Oh, there it is.
That's Dora.
Dora 5.
5.
For Menchi.
It's at least 3 to the other players. They can definitely see 3. Maybe this will convince Kurone to kind of back off a bit. Depends whether she draws a dangerous tile or not. That one's safe to Menchi. Osaka is still holding on to the last White Dragon. There it goes.
This is tough. I think Ramsey's just trying not to deal in, you know, recognizing, you know, Ramsey's hand not the greatest, although this pawn does enable, you know, switch to Tanyo.
Yeah.
Maybe you can cheat the 4-mon or the 5-mon. Oh, but the 7 soul deal in.
Yeah, the
Menchi was hoping for the
Tenpai.
huge hand. Yeah. The deadly silent Tenpai from Corona. Going to maintain that second place. Deny Menchi the ability to make that comeback. And now it's Corona's dealer. So Corona's is like in an interesting spot because she doesn't really need to win much.
But she keeps getting mixed triple sequence.
Yeah, no, she just keeps. Corona cannot stop winning. Apparently, it's so hard for her to stop winning. Let's see though. The other players are making some nice hands though.
Yep, Corona can even call here.
Osaka fills in a Kanchan. Inside white.
And she does. Although winning small hands as dealer doesn't help when you're way ahead as much because it doesn't advance the game. You still have to be a dealer. It gives the players another shot at getting big points. But, I mean, points are points in the end, and you do end up with more points. But it does extend the game, essentially.
Yes. Points are points. Points are as good. I love sticks. The more the better. No matter what.
Oh, and that is the tile, but Ramses gets to keep it. Already has the 4, 5, 6 in hand. I mean, this is looking potentially big for Ramses. Getting closer and closer to Tenpai. Got the Tanyao, the all insides. Got 1 Dora, maybe 2 if a 6-0 comes out in the future.
God, this is a tough one. I mean, this is Corona's last dealer. Just has to survive this.
Yeah. That's a huge draw for Osaka, or a huge call, and a huge draw for Ramses.
6-9 pin weight. A Reach Fedora.
Once again, 3 players Tenpai. Let's see if we have another long battle, or if we have a short battle.
Okay. Yeah, Corona doesn't even want to take the risk.
It's getting harder and harder.
As defensive as possible.
Yeah, it's getting harder for Corona to avoid dealing in here. It seems like
haven't been safe.
She definitely doesn't want to discard south, and there are none visible on the table. But the other tiles
I feel like that might just be the safest. The 9 was pretty safe. Oh, the 7 is also Genbutsu.
Genbutsu, the safe tile to the Riichi player. Tile's already in their discard pile.
Yeah, so anytime there's a tile in the person who Riichi's discard, that is safe against them, 100% safe, because of Furiten. So we call that Genbutsu, the safe tile.
Definitely running short on tiles now. Will the South come out, or will it be one of these 3 deal-in tiles? I don't assume it's going to be the Dora. It is the South. And it just in time for Menchi.
Oh, and then Osaka deals into Ramses. So Reach Pinfu, run like this. Oh, with the Uras, 5,200, I believe. Oh, 77, right. The run makes it 34. So, wow, evening out the scores. Everyone's pretty close now.
Everyone, I want to say nobody's above 30,000. Technically, that's true. There are 2 players at 30,000 though, so it might be a little bit misleading.
So Menchi here needs to be a little bit above Ramses to secure that 2nd place spot. So this dealer probably gonna be the most important part for Menchi. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, Menchi's last opportunity at dealer. I think Menchi does need a solid dealer run here. But to get 2nd, Menchi just needs to place above Ramses. Which is possible even without this dealer turn, but a lot easier with the dealer turn, of course. Is Kurone already Tempai? Not quite, but her Tempais have been so fast, it's actually crazy.
Oh, half outside for Ramses?
That seems a little difficult with 5 still in hand, but definitely possible.
I think Ramses is like thinking about it, but also keeping the chance of pure straight alive.
Ramses might...
Yeah, that might just be half outside.
Yep, 1 away now.
1 away.
Definitely possible.
So,
you can get South as well.
South Dora. Yeah, South Dora half outside is a pretty decent hand. You got 300. I feel like 1 and 2 Han are better for just, you know, stopping Arichi, for example.
Oh, this is
and
potential Hanemon. Ramses was able to get the half outside hand, the Chanta hand closed, and put a Riichi on it.
Yeah.
Could put the South with
Riichi
the Dora.
Dora half outside. Honestly, I feel like Menchi might drop the South.
Yeah.
If Menchi draws it.
Kurone playing as safely as possible here. Menchi, I don't think, has that much of a choice, even just to fight for 2nd place. It's hard to give up on this hand, even though Menchi is still kind of far away. Ramses only being able to win on South. We saw Osaka discard 2 of the 9-pin already. Those red tiles in their discard pile. So no more 9-pin available. Ramses going big or going home here. Oh, there it is!
Osaka might deal in. The South. It does look pretty scary though. Osaka is folding. Oh, but the South comes out. Riichi half outside. Dora with the South.
And there it is,
the Ura makes a Hanemon. You called it, Tips. 12,000 points for Ramses.
That is a big
That's gonna be
one.
great for Ramses, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the silver lining for Osaka here is that it's their dealer turn, so they have another shot at the big comeback. But unfortunately for Menchi, you can see the sad emote from Menchi. Menchi very distressed that their dealer turn is done for the tournament.
Yeah. It's always a little bit sad when you lose your dealership because someone else dealt in. But, you know, Osaka was playing for their strength, for potentially comeback.
Sometimes it doesn't always work out. And Ramses' hand is very fast here. Kurone's hand is, well, I mean, that's a really good draw inside the 3-4-5. So Kurone has a decent speed hand here as well, even with the 2 Dora for value.
Yeah, a little bit too many pairs, but you know, that could be good potentially.
Yeah, Menchie picks up a pair of North, which
Ooh,
allows them
one
to
away now.
call. Yeah. Only
It's one away for
downside
Corona.
downside with Menchie calling is Menchie needs a lot of points here, so it's not that easy to call. Maybe 13 Orphans is the play after all.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, we'll see. I meant you could definitely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Osaka
come on.
cutting the 3 from 2-3 to set up for the big points. This makes sense here. It's good situational awareness to know you need a lot of points and to go for the big Yaku. The 7-8-9 mixed triples done closed. That's a lot of Han. It's 2 Han closed. Add the Riichi, add the Dora in hand. And this could be Osaka's dealer Hanemon. A start to the big comeback.
Reach!
Ooh, Richie for Rancios. 2-sided away. Trying to shut down Osaka's comeback here. Tough 3. And the Apatsu deal-in from Menchie. Going for the 13 Orphans. Unfortunately, deal-in. So the Richie Patsu Pingfu.
So that does end Osaka's dealer run here. They had a huge potential hand. Just couldn't quite get to it. What is this though for Ramses? Could be a lot of things.
Wait, Ramses could actually do it with his hand.
The first place?
Could it be?
The first place? I think if
I mean...
if a direct hit on Kurone happens and Kurone falls to 3rd or even 4th place, it might be enough, but 87 points is that's even more than the 1st to 4th place Uma differential. Like 1st to 4th place Uma is 15
right?
and 15, so 30. So then
Yeah.
Ramses would need to make up another 55 points. That would get him to 85. So about like 57
I mean,
points.
Hanemon direct hit as dealer is
Yeah.
already like 32,000 points.
That's right.
So 36,000 points difference. So, I
Definitely
don't know.
possible on a direct hit.
Yeah.
Of course, no wins, no stopping when you win in South 4. So Ramses would still have to defend for at least one more turn after that. But all the white dragons, you see one in
Ooh.
Menchie's hand, one...
Corona is just going for it.
Yep.
The aggressive playstyle all the way to the end. Just trying to go for that Tanya. One away now.
trying to stop these
Can you-
dealer Dora.
Yeah, Ramses versus Corona here. Who will take it? Oh, it's Tenpai for Corona, the 2-sided weight. The 2-5 so. But this is so scary. You know, Ramses could have a monster hand here.
Yeah, I don't think Ramses has any choice but to push forward. Menchie is also in the mix here. Menchie does not have Yaku though. So Menchie can't win until they get a West.
Mm-hmm.
Menchie looking to mix it up here.
Ah, this could be it. But Ramses has such a huge chance.
There is still one red dragon in the wall. Osaka might end up discarding a red dragon at some point to go for the inside. Osaka's favorite Yaku, all insides.
It's 4 tiles
know.
for Corona to win. 4 tiles left for Corona to win.
Right.
So many tiles for Tenpai for Ramses as well, but they're somehow avoiding each other.
You're right. Ramses has to at least make Tenpai to keep going.
Oh, is the red gonna come out now?
Not yet.
No, the Tremon.
Red just looking so scary. Oh, chance for Menchie to end it, but South is a dead weight.
Oh, Corona finds it! The last hand to win it all, Tanya Aldora for Corona. There it is. Corona going to take 2nd place in the final game. With a huge lead coming into this game. That's gonna be it. Ramses had a huge chance there at the end with that Dora 3 double dragon hand as dealer. Unfortunately, Corona was just quicker on the aggressive since the beginning of the tournament. You know, since the beginning of the grand finals, we've seen aggressive play for Corona and it pays off.
That
Ramses
was
is gonna take 1st here and Corona 2nd.
That was quite an ending there. Kurone knowing what she needs to score, essentially, in order to win. And of course, knowing that second place will easily do it here, playing all those quick hands. And so we can see here, Kurone, positive score in all 3 games coming through with the plus 92.2. So congratulations to Kurone for becoming our Battle of the 4 Winds Grand Champion.
Amazing. I love to see the aggressive playstyle paying off for Kurone. Representing
representing Yuiyagi players there.
Yuiyagi, yeah, exactly.
So congratulations to Kurone, who will be taking home the entire collab set as well as the Battle of the 4 Winds trophy. And of course, no small feat, Ramses in second place, getting 3 of the collab characters with their outfits and the decorations. Menchi in third place, and Heihei Osaka in 4th place. Congratulations to all of our finalists who fought through 800 players to get here. And we also have one more congratulations to make to our 3rd and final lucky Janshi in our lucky draw here. So we've gone through the entire tournament today. 3 games, 4 players. Which player was your favorite throughout all those games? We have Kurone, we have Ramses, we have Menchi, and we have Osaka. We had ups and downs. It's right off the bat. We had very high levels of conflict on the table. Tiles going this way, that way, Rones, cheese, a lot of calling.
So many calls, so many tempais, so many ipatsu, so many aggressive plays. Definitely seemed like a more aggressive kind of game, the kind of final than we've seen in other tournaments. But very exciting to see different playstyles making it all the way to the end and winning. Just goes to show that, you know, different playstyles have their space too. So definitely very interesting to see.
Yep.
These players here today.
Exciting clash, and of course we saw a lot of people in the chat, a lot of our viewers in the chat giving their support to all of our players from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all of them. And so we can see them giving their support right now after the match has ended. We can thank our players for providing us with 3 great games there. And one more fortune charm is in the works for our viewers. So of course, we'd like to thank you for watching. And we have a fan of our grand champion here, a Kurone fan. Their name is Shunyao. Shunyao, congratulations, Shunyao. You are our 3rd lucky Janshi. Make sure to contact Yostar support at mjs.cs@yo-star.com to claim your fortune charm with your Mahjong Soul friend ID and a screenshot of your YouTube profile to prove it's you. The same goes to our previous winners, a seal and AOF. If you haven't done that already, make sure to contact Yostar by email to collect your prize. All right, now, thank you all for watching. We have our grand champion on the line. Let's see if we can get her in here. Hello, Kurone. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Oh. Make sure to unmute if you're having any issues. All right. So seems like we're having a bit of a technical difficulty here. But we will see. We'll try just a little bit harder, right? All right. Oh. Okay, let's see here. All right, Corone. There you go. All right. Welcome and congratulations on your win today in the Battle of the Four Winds tournament. How are you feeling?
I'm still in disbelief. I did not imagine it would go this well.
Oh, well, it sure went that well. So you were ahead even from the first game. How did that feel? Is it speechless? You had a... So you... Essentially from the first game, you were ahead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did it feel getting that early lead?
I'm really happy about it, but really, I still think a lot of it was because of me getting good draws.
And then going into the second game, would you say it was still good draws, or were you starting to feel a little more comfortable?
I was like really wondering if I would epic, but actually managed to do well at all. I was like really tempted to push in some places, but yeah, I think folding was like the best decision. In some places too.
Yeah, so we saw that you seem to have the best ideas when to push and when to fold, especially there was one point where you had a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You had a couple of 4s. The 4 was actually a dealing tile, but you threw the 3-pin because it was a safe tile. And that was a very interesting moment to see. Some proof that even adept players can play good defense, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And then going into the third game, you were going for a lot of quick wins. Was that a decision you made on purpose?
It'd be better if it was were to end earlier.
Yeah, so the earlier it ends, the more chance you have of not letting the other players come back, right?
Yeah.
And I guess one of the big things is that this is the first open tournament. You know, a lot of the previous tournaments, Yostar had locked it to masters and above, essentially. Is there anything you want to say for all the adepts and the experts out there as our Battle of the Four Winds grand champion?
Yeah, to this tournament expecting that I wouldn't get anywhere. Even if I say played for 5 years, I've actually been playing like on and off for most of that time, and it's only recently that I've gotten more serious.
Well, it looks like that seriousness has paid off for you. So, with that being said, is there anything else that we haven't mentioned in the questions that you'd like to say before we cap this interview off?
I can't think of anything right now, honestly.
Right.
I'm still in really pure disbelief.
Well, our humble champion speechless on the winner's podium. Congratulations, Kurone. We hope you,
Thank you.
enjoyed your tournament, and I hope that it stays with you. And this victory is the start of many more. As you said, you've just started taking Mahjong more seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. All right, and that does bring us to the end of the stream. Been a long run here for all 3 games. Kurone managed to stay strong, give us our humble interview at the very end, and what an exciting battle that was. Whew. I think we're all probably a little bit tired, but we do have a lot of people to thank here. Of course, our executive producer here, Luke Morgan, and head judge. I've been a producer behind the stream and MC Tips and Tricks. And of course, my lovely co-host, Irie from Iron TV.
Always a pleasure to commentate with you, Tips, to commentate these tournaments. So much amazing Mahjong. Thank you guys for having me.
And we have our staff and event management, Nuna and Hammer Girl Anime Mahjong. Ever looking for any supplies, any goods, events being hosted, Hammer Girl Anime Mahjong is your place. Of course, all the pets of our staff, Ridley, Jack, Roger, Charlie, Ray, Winston, Sunny, Bishop, Giles, Kiki, Yuffie, Jake, Donnie, Finn, the cat that used to live at Konada's, Nui, Lucy, Pietra, Yumi, Nemo, Hazel, Sausage, Dusty, Digger, Katya, Kotiak, Deuce, Tips' Fish, Hazelnut, Samson, Ezekiel, Funny Pet, Night Market Cat, Leia, Luke, Ren, Chico, Candy, Frodo, Misha, Samus, as well as our developers of Mahjong Soul, Cat Food Studios, and publisher Yostar Games. And you, the viewers at home, thank you for making this tournament a success, an exciting time, and tuning in as we conclude our Battle of the 4 Winds Fate Stay Heaven's Feel movie collab stream and tournament, really. Irie, is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we head off here?
Never stop dreaming. You see, even an Edip Tree won like probably one of the biggest tournaments we've ever had. So keep playing Mahjong, keep taking it seriously, and you might be up here in the podium too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Amazing job well done to Kurone. Congratulations on the win, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe on the channel if we're doing a good job. If you enjoyed tonight's commentary. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yep.
And it was a pleasure commentating with you again, Tips.
And pleasure commentating with you as well, Irie. And stay tuned on this channel. Maybe not today, but if you're subscribed, watch that subscribe feed for new information on the Heaven's Feel, the movie collab, at these official channels. So you can follow on X at Mahjong Soul _EN, at Facebook at Mahjong Soul EN, no underscore there, or on Discord, or all 3, discord.gg/Mahjong Soul. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you back on the tables for the Heaven's Feel Fate Stay movie collaboration.